Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Friday the 6th of the 8th, 2021. The time is just coming up to 0445 GMT, quarter to 5 in the morning. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, yesterday, Thursday the 5th then, we had a positive unopposed driver in the pound at plus 156. No backdoor flows, the opposing negative flows mainly coming out the yen at minus 145, out the dollar at minus 11, and the euro was the neutral rock at 0. There we are, activity plus or minus 156. Intra-week then, the most relevant because this is from Monday the 2nd open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative post driver in the euro at minus 116. Front and backdoor flows mainly going into the pound at plus 90, into the dollar at plus 47, and the yen was the negative rock at minus 21, activity plus or minus 137. Intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive unopposed driver in the dollar, plus 37. No backdoor flows, the opposing negative flows mainly coming out the euro at minus 14, out the pound at minus 12, and out the yen was the negative driver at minus 11, activity plus or minus 37. So yesterday then we had unopposed pound strength. Over the week we've had the weak euro driving, and in the Asian session we've got this unopposed positive driver in the dollar, and you can see that the dollar has moved from negative mover as yesterday. Over the week it's been where are we, the positive mover, and it's now the positive unopposed driver in the Asian session. So we're starting to see sort of this ramp up in dollar strength through the flows. Right, so let's get rid of that and let's see see what's happening with the flows and the asset classes. So just rub this off and then we can make some sense what's going on, hopefully. Right, so let's have a look then. So in the flows we've got the euro. The euro is weak except against the AUD, the NZD and the Swiss, which are weaker. The yen is weak except against the euro, the AUD and the NZD. The pound is strong except against the dollar and the CAD, which is stronger. The Swiss is weak except against the AUD and the NZD. The CAD is strong except against the dollar. The AUD is weak across the board. The NZD is weak except against the AUD, and the dollar is strong across the board. Right, so what have we got? We've got where is it? We've got AUD weakness, and we've got dollar strength to exclusion of all else there, and take your pick in the middle. You've got these comments from the Reserve Bank of Australia not helping the AUD, and the dollar strength is, as we said, showing up in the flows. Right, so let's look at the asset classes. As usual, we'll start with the dollar index. Move on from that. Right, so let's have a look. US dollar index. Basically, we've got this look. It broke, it came back, and it's now at a similar level there. It's 0.25 from the high, so it's come off about 25% in model terms from the high. Right, so gold's got this this sort of double top below the sort of look about it, and it's 0.5 half marks generally. So gold was starting to look like it was going to ramp up, and then this stronger dollar came in. Oil had that big pump up. It went back to base camp. It's now sort of operating about, again, 0.5 from the high and the low. Wall Street, it's got this sort of treble top and it's operating just below that. S&P, it broke and it's operating pretty much near the highs. The tech, likewise, it broke, came back, and it's now broken, marginally broken the highs. So equities are at their highs pretty much. US 10-year, remember this is the price of the bond. So we've got this situation. So the price went up, yields came off, and then we had this sort of slight break there, and it's come back now. So the price has come back. It's 0.31 from the high. So the price has come back about 31% from the model high. Therefore, yields have come back a little bit. So come back nearly a third. So and then you've got the bund, which is the European equivalent. The bund's basically just been breaking and steaming upwards. So relatively speaking, US yields are starting to outstrip European yields, and that will have a bearing on things like the euro, dollar, etc. So anyway, copper, when we had that big period of chop, then we had that major break, and it's actually come back right down, and it's now just perking up marginally. So it's 0.41 from the floor. So it's below half marks and it's still soft. It's come back a little bit. US steel, remember I had that perk up from the infrastructure, and it's now basically about 0.5. It's half marks, so it's still soft. Right, so let's get rid of that and then try and make some sense of what's going on. Our trades have sort of dirged basically on the down at the moment, because obviously we're short the dollar. The pound end of it's not done so badly, but it's been against things which have not been helpful. So anyway, we'll have a look at this. So right, so if you look at the flows then, so we've got dollar, euro, yen, pound. Remember what's going to knock this about today, we haven't mentioned that. We've got NFP, non-farm payrolls today, and the CAD unemployment rate and employment change as major events on the economic calendar. Right, so if you look at the flows, as I said, the dollar's sort of been yesterday. The chart was right. Yesterday, basically the dollar was operating as the negative mover. Over the week, it's been the positive mover, and in the Asian session so far, it's been the positive driver unopposed. Right, so that's negative third gear, if you like, positive third gear, and overdrive, positive fifth. So the dollar's definitely starting to ramp up, and if you get flows into the dollar, back into the dollar, they're going to have to go out of something. The pound's been coming up, as you can see in the flows. The pound is the most likely loser in the flows, and you've got equities at highs. It doesn't look like equities want to sell off, so you're not likely to get a pump in the yen, and the yen's likely to be neutral to soft. So if you've got flows out of the pound and the yen into the dollar, then you're going to get a neutral to slight increase in the euro. So the big driver there is likely to be, so pound dollar is likely to be soft, but generally we're looking at a rising dollar probably today. So hope that was useful. See you over the weekend for the combined data review and flow review. If not, see you Monday for the daily briefing. Thank you very much. Thanks.